angry protests have broken out in the North Macedonian city of Kocani after as many as 20 people were arrested over a nightclub fire. At least 59 people died in the blaze that the country's Prime Minister has described as mass murder. Let's go live now to Michelle Rimmer in London. Good morning, Michelle. What are demonstrators demanding? This has been a really traumatic event in Macedonia.
Yeah, so thousands of protesters in the city of Kocani have taken to the streets and they're calling for local government officials to resign over this deadly blaze. Now, what started as peaceful protests have turned violent in some instances. We've seen groups break out. We've seen a van kicked over near Town Hall and windows smashed. There's also been a group of young teenagers that have targeted a pub that's believed to be owned by the same person that owns the nightclub where this tragedy played out. Now, it's believed that the fire which started at around 3 a.m. local time on Sunday morning. It's believed that it was pyrotechnics that were set off during a concert that was taking place that caused the blaze to begin. However, authorities have revealed that the venue was at double capacity, that there were a number of underage revellers, that there was only one exit that was working, that the emergency exit wasn't available, and that, again, this was at mass capacity, so we believe there was a stampede that took place. So there's a lot of questions around what actually happened at the venue and why we've had such a large tragedy take place, why so many people were killed. Police are also investigating potential allegations of bribery. It's been reported that the venue obtained its licence illegally. So these protesters are coming out and they're not only devastated by what's happened in their city, but they're angry over potential failings and corruption by local government officials, and they're calling for those that are responsible to step down. Now, this is a question now not just for the city and for this venue in particular, but there are wider questions around general corruption when it comes to local government and local government officials. And that's something that the country's Interior Minister spoke about in a press conference a little earlier. Here's what he had to say.
Corruption and crime are leading us to the point of losing the lives of our children. Either we change something decisively and systematically in this country of ours, or it will cease to exist.
So this is a country that's not just grappling with severe and extreme grief, but also a sense of betrayal, and they're asking bigger questions over what next and how do people that are responsible for this mass casualty event to be held to account.
And Michelle, what's the latest information we have on the victims of this tragedy?
So we had an update from authorities and they said that around 150 people that are injured and receiving treatment, their conditions remain around the same. There's about 20 that are in a critical condition, but there are a number that are receiving treatment for burns, and many of them are receiving treatment in hospitals outside of North Macedonia. So some are in Greece, Serbia, Bulgaria, Turkey, and there have also been burn specialists that have been flown in from abroad to help those in North Macedonia. And that's because this is a city that is home to just 25,000 people. It's a small city and it's really not able to deal with the scale of this mass tragedy. We've seen that there have been workers brought in from other cities to dig mass graves just to be able to cope with the number of people that have been killed in this blaze. So again, this is a city that's dealing with a tragedy of a scale it's never seen before, and authorities say that this is a deadly tragedy that's of a scale that North Macedonia hasn't seen in its recent history either. So again, this is a sense of grief and trying to deal with an unexpected tragedy and looking at ways to prevent this from happening again.